She's here and I love her. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, and thanks for joining me on this very special video. Today I just got my PlayStation 5 in the mail, about dropped my other thing behind here. I ordered this midnight on launch day. I was in line on Sony.com. I had Amazon open, I had Target open, and Newegg sold out. Best Buy, I couldn't even get to the BestBuy.com. It just crashed so much. Amazon, they just never actually put anything up. And then Sony, I got into a queue, and it said like I had an hour to wait. So I was like, fuck. Well, I'm just gonna stay here, and hopefully I'll get a spot in line, or get a spot in the store actually. So about 45 minutes to an hour goes by, and it goes down to about 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it nice. And then I go back and I check, and it says I had another hour to wait. So in my head, I'm like, okay, so everybody that's in the store got their spot and they got their PlayStation. I'm fucked. Nope. About another 45 minutes after that, it drops down to 5 minutes, and then it says, you may enter the store. So I did, and this little beauty is sitting there, and it says, add to cart. And at first I was like, this isn't real, right? So I fucking click on it, and my hand was just like shaking the entire time, putting my credit card number and shit, because I didn't want to fuck it up and lose my spot. But I got it, and since I'm a PlayStation member, they also said I got a free 1 to 2 day shipping. Which the next day they said, oh no, there's too much of a demand, so we're going to have to push that back. So I thought I was going to come here Monday. But then yesterday, again, they said, nope, we're going to send it to you early. So I finally got it. Long story short, she's here and I love her. Oh my god, she is fucking gorgeous. I've been waiting to set up this video. I've been having trouble with the camera and the microphone, but I think I finally got it working. So I'm just going to do this unboxing video, but I will show you all what I got. I got, of course, the PlayStation disc version, because I am a collector of physical media. I have a bunch of Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, Sega, all that stuff. And for my game, I had to get Spider-Man Miles Morales. I love Spider-Man. It's my favorite superhero. And yeah, the first game was fucking amazing, and I was really excited to see Miles get his powers in it, and I'm excited to play as him in this one. Also, something a little interesting. Let's see if I can put that here. Yeah. Can't really see it, but something else that's interesting that I got that not a lot of PS4 adopters are going to get. I got this. Let's go ahead and unbox this. So I got this little guy. What this is, it's got a little PlayStation logo right there too. I don't know if you can see it. This is an adapter, a camera adapter for the PlayStation VR camera. Yeah, they sent it to me. They sent it to everybody who has a PlayStation VR for free, which is awesome. I know there's not a lot of people with PSVR. There's enough, but not a lot, so they didn't just package it with this. I don't know why they didn't just... Because it doesn't... Looking in here, it looks like a USB, but I guess it might be a little fatter. The board inside might be a little fatter, so it's slightly different than a USB. Definitely can't see it. It's too dark in there. But yeah, this is a little cool piece of PlayStation history too, I guess, and I have one. This box is pretty hefty, and I should know because I'm a hefty boy. But look at this thing. It's fucking massive. It's my entire body. Just for reference, by the way, this is my PlayStation 4 box that is a little worse for wear. When I first got my cat, she was like a 5-week-old kitten, and so she decided that she wanted to chew this, and, well, that's what happens. This is the size comparison of the boxes. They're about the same width. See, it's pretty big. Again, I will say this, too. Just to throw it out there, I don't like this box. I think it's very plain, and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to show this guy off. She's beautiful, but the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition is black, and it looks so much cooler than this one. I like that box a lot better. But then again, look at this box. It's blue, and it has some design, and it's got like games on the back. Like Knack. You know, Knack gets a lot of shit, but I love Knack. It's one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games. Just so much cool shit on this box. Where this box on the back just has more PlayStation. And on the side, more PlayStation. And on this side, I'll let you know that it's a PlayStation. So it's a little lazy, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
I really do like the Xbox Series X box. Their packaging is fucking primo. It has that foam core and it kind of like opens up and it's like presented to you. This one's just in an 8 crate, which is fine, I guess, but Xbox makes it an experience and not just a thing you buy. Because I'm going to be keeping this box and displaying it like I do all my other boxes. I have a Nintendo box, a Super Nintendo box, a Nintendo 64 box, a PlayStation 4 box, a PlayStation 4 Spider-Man Edition box, and some other things too. I can't remember. But yeah, I got a lot of fucking garbage that I display at my house. Be very, very careful. My cat already tried to take a bite out of this box, and I was like, no! The last time I had an unboxing video, it was 3 years ago with the Nintendo Switch. And I wasn't nearly as excited as I am for this. Flimsy box, but that's alright. Hey, look who it is. How you doing, Lou? You want to be on camera? There she is. There she is. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Meow. This is a good girl. Want to get down? It's even got instructions because apparently people are too stupid to know how to open a box. I am excited. Oh, I love that new console smell. I know it's a weird thing, but like a new electronics or new car smell too. You know, that's a thing. And it only lasts for a little bit. Oh, get all that COVID. Let's open this guy up because this is the controller. Honestly, I am more excited about the controller, to be honest, because I love new controllers. When the PlayStation 4 had the DualShock, I was so excited because I didn't like the DS3, and it just felt like such a big boost. But I've never liked the PlayStation controllers. I've always preferred the form-fitting of the Xbox controllers. So this is my first hands-on for the DualSense. It's hefty. Oh my god. Look at that. I don't even want to hold it right. Ooh. Buttons look smaller. This is the DualSense 5. And it's odd. Everybody has been saying that it feels... Oh, I finally held it and it just forms right in your hand. Oh, that feels so nice. That texture on the back with all the little symbols. Damn. Because it just feels like a raised texture. It doesn't feel like it's all the symbols that we've seen. And it's kind of hard to see. Did I get like a fake unit or something? Because this, I don't know. It'll take some getting used to. But the buttons feel small. A lot further spaced out. The L1 and R1 buttons are in a weird spot for me. Because it kind of forces you to want to play like this. And I don't. I play like this. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in this controller just by feel so far. Like I said, the D-pad feels substantially smaller. The buttons feel more spaced out and smaller. The options and create button, I guess it's called now, they're also feel smaller. I'm going to have to play with it. But I do love how it feels in the hand. It's just... I don't know. I honestly can't tell you without having to play a game. But yeah, this is the DualSense controller. The PlayStation 5 stand for horizontal and vertical positioning. I'm definitely going to have it in horizontal just because it doesn't fit underneath my TV. But there's that. Are we ready? I don't know if we're ready or not. And here is the PlayStation 5. First hands-on, first time seeing it. Ooh, she's hefty. Obviously, we knew she would be. Let's undress her a little bit. I'm making this way more sexual than it has to be, honestly. I have been seeing pictures and videos of this for a year. I've been saving all year for this. And I finally have it in front of me, and it just feels so good. Because I don't have a lot of money. And so what I can scrap for a whole year, it feels like such an accomplishment. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I like the feel. I love the feel of it, actually. love that fucking new console smell. Look at her. Look at her. It's more gray. Like, I know it looks white, but it's like a PlayStation 1, but lighter. Oh, she is a fucking beauty. Look at this. Look at this. Let's get this out of here. Alright, let's, So there is the PlayStation 5 with the DualSense Controller. Now, I know it looks big, but you might be asking yourself, how big is it? Well, I got some things that you might have lying around the house. If you want to know how big it is compared to, let's say, a PlayStation 5 game, not too bad. But what if you don't have a PlayStation 5 game and you still want to know how big it is? Well, you might have a PlayStation 1 just lying around. That's the size difference. What do I got in there? Oh, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Nice. Yeah, so this is the PlayStation 1. That's my automatic litter box going off at the perfect fucking moment. Now that I actually have them side by side, I guess it's not more of a gray color. It's more of like an off-white, but it does have like a little bit of gray in it when you like stare at it. It's like a very, very light gray. But I know, obviously, not a lot of people have the PlayStation 1 on hand. So if you really want to know how it looks and you have a very common console that's lying around, take, for example, the NES. There he is. The NES on top of the PlayStation 5. Just imagine, Nintendo, if you didn't fuck around with the Super Nintendo CD attachment, you could have been a part of this. Instead, you're acting silly. So that's the Nintendo. It's actually almost the same size. Maybe half an inch or something smaller. And obviously, I know that a lot of people are not going to have an NES lying around. So obviously, for something that everyone has in their house, this is what it looks like next to a Panasonic 3DO. Just for shits and gigs. Because I know that everybody has a Panasonic 3DO at their house, and they know how big it is. So that's a PlayStation 5 next to a Panasonic 3DO. It's actually, again, kind of... You know what? Actually, I think the Panasonic is a little heavier. Maybe. Obviously, I'm just joking with everybody. You don't have a Panasonic 3DO at home. What you probably have at home in your attic or in your basement is one of these Neo Geo AESs. This is something that every kid had in the 90s. It's very common system, very inexpensive. So there it is, next to the PlayStation 5. We have the Neo Geo AES. Yeah, so there it is. Of course, it's much thinner than the PlayStation 5. A little more sleek design. And it's funny because this has so much mega power. You would think that this machine would be as streamlined, but no, this has the mega power. This has got teraflops. What the fuck is a teraflop? Alright, now let's show a little bit love to the DualSense. I really can't get over this. I'll get used to it. I know I will, but this is the DualSense controller. And next to it, let's look at the original DualShock controller for the PS1. Definitely a little smaller in the handle area. But you know what? I mean, it still feels good, but yeah. This is definitely an old design. So that's the DualShock 1 in comparison to the DualSense. Now, what's really funny is the DualShock line is now out of production. It's discontinued, which is kind of crazy because I grew up with the Sony PlayStation 1. My first console was obviously the NES. Then I upgraded to a Sega, then to a Sony PS1. So I have a lot of love for the DualShock line, and it's sad to see it go. But I'm hoping I will get used to this new guy because I guess they are the same. It's just maybe it's the clearness, the clear buttons that kind of throw me off. I don't know. There's something about it that feels strange in the hand, but it does look the same. I don't know. So yeah, let's look at it now next to a little NES controller. There's nothing. There's just no similarities. Maybe if you do this, you have two buttons that kind of look the same, but the D-pad Although the NES, the D-pad is where it started, so got to give props where props are due, right? Next, let's take a look at the Wavebird GameCube controller. This is probably my favorite GameCube controller because it's wireless, for one. And it's one of the best early wireless controllers because I used to have a Sega wireless controller and it was awful because you'd have to like almost like point it directly at the receiver and it just didn't work half the time. This works extremely well and it's the best controller for the GameCube and the Wii. So just FYI, you know, similar in size, but I see that. Now let's look at what this is replacing. This is the well-known DualShock 4. And it is the same buttons. I don't know. Maybe these are rounded a little more. I can't. There's something different here. I don't know what it is. The touchpad is definitely a lot wider and this way. And actually this way too. So it's a bigger touchpad overall. And it's the feel of the buttons too, because it's that clear plastic. It's not just the glossy plastic. It's like a clear plastic and it's just feels different. PlayStation button, I should be alright. And maybe the sticks are the same. So I don't know why this feels smaller to me. I don't know. Ooh. If you if you tap it, you can definitely feel the motors inside rumbling, or not rumbling, but moving. So that's it. Next to the DualShock 4. Now last but not least, just for something fun, I thought I'd bring up my favorite controller ever made, and I am 100% serious about this. The Duke. This is the original Xbox. This is the Xbox One controller. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Not the Xbox One, the first Xbox. That's why I fucking hate Xbox. The names are so stupid. But this is a chonky boy. Look at this. It dwarfs every other controller that it gets in front of. Look at this. It is just monstrous. But I love it. I love the asymmetrical stick layout personally. I wish the PlayStation went that route, but they have to stay with their own brand. I get it. I never had a problem with the D-pad. I like the button layouts. I just wish they had trigger or L1, R1 instead of the black and white buttons, but what are you going to do? That's the first iteration of the Xbox. But yeah, this was my favorite controller. It still kind of is. I haven't played regular Xbox in a long time, but whenever I do, not this one because I need to repair it, but I always try to grab the Duke controller. So yeah, this is the PlayStation 5. The next generation of gaming is officially here, and I am excited. This is the first time I've never had to sell my previous console to afford the next one. So I am happy that I was able to keep my PS4 because I also need to keep it for VR for some games. Hopefully not, but I don't know if they're going to patch Star Trek because Ubisoft doesn't patch anything. But yeah, this is excitement in a plastic shell. I am excited. I am happy. I am thrilled. I am other synonyms for excited. And you know what? For more shits and gigs, let's go ahead and break this. Oh, that's right off. I wish the stand clipped because this just falls off very easily. Ooh, boy. Got the dust traps right here. I'm so happy to have a console where I'll be able to clean it out. Oh, I'm so excited. I know 2020 has been rough on everybody, and it's my family is no exceptions. We've lost a few people, and it's good to have something good happen, even if it's something small like a new video game console. I know people will shit on gamers like they're freaking out about buying a console or they're worried about getting one when everything's going on, but you can't fault somebody for trying to bring some happiness to their own lives. And I just want to thank you, PlayStation, because you brought a little bit of happiness to mine today. So thank you all for watching. Please give me a like and subscribe and help my channel grow. And I will see you next time. Take it easy, guys.